Okay, everybody, this is Rick here. I've got to do a voiceover on this particular clip because the wind is just horrendously bad. It just came out horrible. So we'll do a voiceover. This is our second destination of the day. This is called Little Pyramids area here. So what I do basically is just walk around. You can't walk all the way around it. It's on private land, but you can walk down along the fence line. And so that's what I did. Just kind of walked around it. What you can. These formations on the side of this one rock, I think it's for birds, is actually what it is. Um, I did not know what it was at first, but I do believe that these house birds. This was on a Tuesday, I do believe. No, it was on a Monday. I'm sorry, it was on a Monday. This was on a Monday. And it was extremely hot. It was probably 105 degrees. And I was trying to get these done. Um, well, what we did was we did little pyramids, and then which is what this is little pyramids, and then we did monument rocks. But at this point in time, this is called the Little Pyramids, and this is only it can't be more than 5 minutes from the Little Jerusalem, Kansas Badlands. That was our first stop of the day. We had got to Scott City Lake State Park Sunday afternoon, and then we got up Monday morning, and we went to these destinations. Now, the Crater Rock area, um, that will have to be a slideshow because the thing was we was trying to, um, we did want to get out of the car because it was such a long, and it was so hot. So I thought we could just drive around it, take some pictures, and I'll do a slideshow. But yeah, it was just, and then instead of getting in the car and walking from the Little Pyramids down to the Monument Rocks, I walked. And it was a little bit of a walk. Yeah, hot and windy. And I just couldn't, there's no way you can even hear what I'm saying because it's so windy. That's why I decided to do the voiceover. It's only a 30-minute video. The Little Jerusalem, Kansas Badlands is a 30-minute video as well. Now, when I get these all put into order, they will be in order rather on YouTube. They'll be in order. Hopefully, anyway, that's the plan. Get these all in order. Uh, Now, the the Kansas Badlands and the Monument Rocks and the Little Pyramids are all relatively close to Scott City or Scott City Lake. But the Castle Rock area was just a little over an hour away. But we'll get all to that here later. Right now, I'm concentrating on this particular segment because the wind is so horrifically bad. Horrifically bad, if I can talk this mean. Yeah, but anyway, that's where we're at. And this don't even look like Kansas. I mean, it just looks sandy and arid, and It just, I don't know. It's just, but it's really unique. These rocks are really beautiful, and I highly, highly suggest it that you go visit this area. Now, from where we live, it was a 5-hour drive to the lake, and of course, like I said, these surrounding areas aren't too far uh, from the Scott City Lake. But at any rate, that's what I'm doing now. I am walking down to the main Monument Rock area. I'm so glad I found a program that I can do voiceovers on, and it's so easy on this particular program. I got my mic, um, computer mic, of course, and yeah, it's really not that difficult. But I was just glad I had that option because just too much wind. It was just ridiculous. I knew it was windy, but I didn't know it would come out that bad. But at any rate, that's why I'm doing the voiceover. Yeah, when I get these all uploaded to YouTube, it should be all these should be in order. It'll be the well, the very first one will be our campsite, and then I'll take you to the Little Jerusalem, Kansas Badlands State Park, and then so forth and so on. The Little Pyramids, Monument Rocks, and the last one will be Castle Rock video. We were going to stay for 4 nights. We just couldn't do it. It was just way too hot. From about 11 or 12 o'clock until like 9 o'clock, like 105 plus weather. And of course, we primitive camp. So, we got to put up with the elements, such as they were. So after the second night, we went ahead and finished out what we came there to do, and then we went on home. Probably should have done it the end of June or July or August. Probably should have done this in like September or October. Would have been probably more likely, been a lot more comfortable anyway. But it's okay. We got it. We made it. We made it through. Boy. Now, none of these areas were very crowded at all. I think just 1 or 2 people. But we got to this one, Monument Rocks, and had a few more people. This is probably the most popular one out of all the rocks in the Scott City area. They're scattered all over, but I don't think most of them are on private property or whatever. But these are the ones that you can see. Little Pyramids, Monument Rocks, and Little Jerusalem, Kansas Badlands. And these are all free. They don't cost anything at all. And you can go to all of them Up close personal, pretty much, other than the Kansas Badland, the Little Jerusalem, you cannot. There's two walking trails. You'll go down a little ways, and then it comes to a dead end, and then you have to circle around and go back. You have to turn around and go back. It's just kind of dangerous. It's kind of a you could probably be hurt pretty easily, slip and fall or whatever. So I think that's why that particular one don't allow people to go all the way down to the actual rock formations. But you can take pictures if you've got a camera or cell phone that can zoom in. And that sort of thing. You can still, we got some pretty good pictures. Yeah. And the big oval hole there. That's a pretty popular spot for pictures, I think. I've seen that on the internet a lot. People take their pictures in the middle of that oval hole there. And these two formations here, they look like they've just been carved out, like a big spoon has just carved out those indentations right there. I thought that was kind of interesting. I want to finally get these all edited, and now this one will have to be programmed or whatever after I get the voiceover done. So it's going to take probably another day or two to get these all done and on YouTube. And these are huge. I can't even, you're probably looking at 50 feet at least. I would think most of these are at least 50 foot tall. I just figured it would be better to do a voiceover, listen to all that wind, because you can't hear what I'm saying anyway, hardly. It's just really windy out there. It wasn't as bad when we went to Little Jerusalem, Kansas Badlands, but we got out here to where the little pyramids and the monument rocks, and it was bad, really windy. I've heard about these for a long, long time and never have bothered to travel out to actually see them. And I'm glad I did, and I do think it's well worth the trip. Like I said earlier, we are 5 hours from this area, but it was worth the trip. It really was. I'm glad we went and seen these. The weather was really, I mean, other than the heat, it was beautiful. I mean, it was really nice, but it was just so hot. When I do the video of the campground, you'll see our new tent. We got a new tent, and we got a new air mattress, and really nice Coleman. Both of them are Coleman brand, and they are really, really nice. Really nice. I'll explain that in that part of the video. And we was there from Sunday until Tuesday, and Scott City was our to-go place. You know, it was only 10 miles from Scott Lake Scott uh, Park. Um, so you know, we'd run in and get little odds and ends, or just you know whatever we had to do, gas up or whatever. You want to make sure when you're in this particular area, it wouldn't hurt to keep pretty much a full tank of gas. Of course, that's always the case when you're traveling, but yeah, it's just some place to go. And we had to get our internet there, so we would go there and where we had internet, and then we would go to our destinations from there. Because when you get out here, there's no internet. Scott Lake, there's no internet. In these areas, of course, there's no internet at all for anything, for GPS or anything. But yeah, I was very pleased with the trip. I thought these rocks were so cool, really super cool. And I will do a slideshow. I'll probably do 2 slideshows. Um, Took a whole ton of pictures, so I'll definitely be doing probably a couple of slideshows at least. Because to get to the Castle Rock formations was a little ATV trail, and we made it. I mean, we did just fine. We got a smaller car, but we got all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, and we did okay. But it's really meant for ATVs. But that's the only way to get up close personal with the Castle Rock formations. But that'll all be when I finally get all that edited and uploaded and all that. But yeah, definitely going to have some slideshows though. But I'll try to distinguish them where we're at and which ones they are, like um, whether it's Monument Rocks or um, the Kansas Badlands or whatever. Make sure that I label those so you know where the pictures are from. So far, these first 2 videos I've done have been 30 minutes, so that's pretty reasonable. And like I said, there'll be 4 videos. I think these sandstone rock formations. I hope you enjoy all the videos, and I do all of our subscribers. Thank you for joining, and everybody that watches these. I thank you all. It means a lot to me that I get the views and all that, and I just thank all of you for enjoying our videos. There's that big or whatever, the hole in the rock formation there. There are these. There's the portion of the rocks. And these are just scattered all over the place down there in that part of the country. But a lot of them you can't. They're not accessible. But the few that they do have are really worth it to go to see. just experience these up close and personal. Probably give you an idea here what they look like. Kind of far, just out a little ways. My time went to camp. That's why we just took pictures, and we'll just make us so that it's been a narrow road. Is when we went to, you be real careful how you drive on that, but you don't get high centered around it just fine. We took our time extremely low, and I'd rather the trails, and really careful in doing so. I think this particular segment's just about it. So I'll have to get this finished, put it all together. Step or two, fill all out real good. They will be one continuous video. Combine these two together, Monument Rocks and Pyramids, so there may actually I'll get it all. I'll get it all worked out. I'm gonna get them all uploaded to YouTube. All over the place, and like I said, a ton of pictures. Kind of get the like you're in Utah. I mean, you really do. I mean, no, it's just Scott City is about 40 miles from we were, and Scott City is not very large. That's like 20,000 people, and they have all the convenience of to shop and all that. So I imagine that's where the people from Scottsdale go to, because they've got the big Walmart, of course, and they've got the big way establishments and all of that. Share and just thank you again. We have almost 600 subscribers now. Just something that I really enjoy doing. Till, oh gosh, it might be September, October. We might for a couple of days. Just depends on the weather. A lot depends on the weather. A couple of, but like 15 or 20 minutes from our city lake. So that you can go out for a couple of days to home. But we might do that here in a couple of weeks. A lot of day two about and process. I believe the Monument Rock, so that was the highlight of our the two was the Monument Rock area. Almost over with. So this Friday, it's the 28th. Hope you have a weekend's coming. Have a nice 4th, a safe 4th. Have a safe 4th. Enjoy doing the 4th. Fireworks mainly, the night shows and all that. But yeah, just have fun, but be safe as always. Yeah, it's almost over. We just got a little bit more to go. So, yeah. your work. But again, put all this off, you can enjoy it here in the next sign. This segment's just about over. And thank you again for watching. And one time.